The NBA preseason might seem like practice games to fans, but in the coach's office, these decisions can make or break a season. Right now, every practice session and exhibition game is shaping the future of these teams. Just look at what's happening in Houston. Ime Udoka stepped in and immediately started transforming the Rockets' defense. His track record with the Celtics proved he means business. Speaking of the Celtics, they made a power move by bringing Sam Cassell to their coaching bench. This guy isn't just a former player. He's the point guard whisperer who helped develop stars like John Wall and Rajon Rondo. These coaching moves aren't just random changes. They're calculated decisions that will impact everything from playing time to championship hopes. The next few minutes will break down exactly how these coaches plan to reshape their teams. Hey, if you're as excited as I am about this NBA season, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss our weekly breakdowns of the biggest coaching moves and strategies. Now, let's dive into how these coaches are handling their young talent integration. Let's talk about how these coaches are molding their future stars. Greg Popovich isn't just throwing Victor Wembanyama into games. He's got a master plan for the 7'4" French phenom. In training camp, Pop's taking the same careful approach he used with Tim Duncan years ago. Wemby's getting special attention on defensive positioning and how to use his wingspan without getting into foul trouble. Early preseason games show Pop's limiting Wemby's minutes to around 20 to 24, focusing on quality reps over quantity. Over in Oklahoma City, Mark Daigneault's handling of Chet Holmgren is turning heads. After missing all of last season with a foot injury, Holmgren's preseason minutes are carefully planned. Daigneault's putting Chet in specific lineup combinations, testing how he works with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey. The Thunder's practice sessions now include specialized drills for Holmgren's unique skill set, combining shot-blocking timing with three-point shooting practice. Up in Toronto, new head coach Darko Rajakovic is changing things up with Scotty Barnes. He's moved Barnes to a point-forward role, similar to how Jokic operates in Denver. During preseason practices, Rajakovic's having Barnes run the offense more, pushing the pace after defensive rebounds. The early results? Barnes is averaging more assists in preseason games, showing he's adapting well to this new responsibility. These three coaches know something crucial. How they develop their young stars now will shape their team's success for years to come. The practice habits and roles they're establishing aren't just about this season. They're building foundations for potential dynasties. Watch how these young players develop over the season. I bet we'll see these preseason coaching decisions pay off big time. Speaking of decisions, let's look at how coaches are handling another major challenge: the NBA's new load management rules. Load management evolution. The NBA's new load management rules have turned rest strategies upside down. Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat camp shows exactly how coaches are adapting. Instead of simple rest days, Spoelstra introduced specialized maintenance sessions, short, high-intensity practices that keep players sharp without wearing them down. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are following this new program, mixing game minutes with these focused workouts. Warriors coach Steve Kerr completely revamped his veteran rest plan. With the new 65-game minimum for award eligibility, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson's preseason prep changed dramatically. Kerr's approach? Shorter, more frequent playing stints in preseason games, building stamina differently than previous years. He's running specific drills designed to maintain their conditioning while reducing joint stress. This 65-game rule is reshaping how every coach plans their season. Teams can't just rest stars for back-to-backs anymore. Now they're using preseason to experiment with rotation patterns. Even top players like Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo are adapting their training routines. Their teams are testing new warm-up programs and recovery methods during these exhibition games. The message is clear. Coaches who master these new load management rules will have healthier, stronger teams for the playoffs. Those who don't? They might see their stars missing crucial late-season games or award considerations. These preseason experiments could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early vacation. Now, while we're talking about major changes, wait until you hear how the new head coaches are completely transforming their team's playbooks. New coach, new system. The coaching carousel brought some serious changes, and Adrian Griffin's work with the Bucks shows it best. Moving away from Budenholzer's defensive-first approach, Griffin's preseason sessions focus heavily on fast breaks and early offense. Giannis is getting the green light to push the ball up court himself, while Damian Lillard's addition means new offensive sets being tested in every practice. In Philadelphia, Nick Nurse isn't just tweaking things. He's rebuilding the Sixers' defensive identity from scratch. Gone are Doc Rivers' traditional schemes. Nurse has Joel Embiid defending higher up the court during preseason games, and he's implementing his famous box-and-one defense. The team's practicing aggressive double teams and recoveries, looking totally different from last year's squad. Monty Williams hit the ground running in Detroit. His $78.5 million contract comes with big expectations, and his preseason focus proves it. Williams has Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren running specific two-man game variations, similar to what worked for his Suns teams. The practice footage shows Williams drilling his young squad on timing and spacing, core elements of his proven offensive system. These aren't just minor adjustments, they're complete system overhauls. Each of these coaches knows preseason is their only chance to install these changes before games start counting. The teams that master these new systems fastest will jump out to early season leads, while others might struggle until January. Ready to see how championship contenders are preparing? These next strategies might surprise you. Training camp priorities. Championship preparation looks different in Denver this year. Michael Malone shifted the Nuggets' training camp focus after their title run. His priority? Preventing that championship hangover. Jokic and Murray aren't just running through old plays. They're practicing against defenses specifically designed to counter their championship strategies. Even their bench players are getting specialized defensive assignments during scrimmages. Joe Mazzulla's Celtics camp shows what a team does after coming up short. Their offensive adjustments center around Kristaps Porzingis' unique skill set. Practice footage reveals new pick-and-pop plays with Tatum, while Brown works on different cutting patterns. These aren't random changes. They're direct responses to last year's playoff struggles against Miami. Rick Carlisle's bringing pace to Indiana, and preseason shows just how serious he is. Tyrese Halliburton's running more fast break drills than ever before. The Pacers' training sessions now include a 7 seconds or less drill. Teams must get a quality shot within that window. Their preseason games already show faster possessions and higher scoring. Think about this. While most fans focus on regular season standings, these coaches know championships are won or lost in practices like these. Every drill, every new play, every defensive adjustment we're seeing right now, that's groundwork for a potential title run. And speaking of title runs, you won't want to miss our final breakdown of how these preseason moves could impact the championship race. Season impact. Here's what matters most. All these preseason coaching moves we've covered today will shape the entire NBA season. The teams adapting quickest to their new systems and managing player load effectively, those are your early season favorites. Keep an eye on Houston with Udoka, and don't sleep on what Nurse is building in Philly. Thanks for sticking around for this deep dive into NBA coaching strategies. Don't forget, the regular season starts soon, and you'll want to see how these preseason plans play out. Hit subscribe for more detailed NBA breakdowns, and let us know in the comments which coach you think made the smartest moves this preseason.